And Spirit, I still have a bit of a bad taste in my mouth as far as Nuke goes, because I just remember the game I covered for them in the RMRs against Sinners, and they got blown out of the water in that matchup. And yeah, I know that they've been winning a couple of games here. They won their opening game of the Legends stage on Nuke. I was recounting, I was actually, paying a little bit of attention to that Furia matchup right there. Yeah, Patsy, Siren, they were playing well. I don't want to say that Dexter was a non-issue. We all know that Furia like to approach Nuke in a little bit more of an unorthodox way. Dexter didn't need to do as much with that AWP, and maybe that is a good or a bad thing. Depends on how you want to frame it. The fact he didn't have to do a lot. Dexter was one of the highest performers in the entire Challenger stage here. So let's see how we go.
He's got that P250. They've got two armored P250s in play. A T start for Team Spirit and already heading yard. You can see lobby control prioritized as well. Playing Unbreakable is down. And Cadian immediately has actually used ramp as an access point to the lower site. This is going to be the first engagement of our best of one, and actually just completely dry across, dueling T250 versus USP. Down will take a hit, down to 40. It's rare to see someone so close to secrets on the CT pistol. It's Cadian that may catch Patsy off guard. He is clearing as much as he can, but strong angle and an opening frag for Heroic.
Yeah, bang on that angle right there. Difficult one to clear, that little bit of extra elevation for Cadian, and just knocking him on his ass right there. So Patsy, one of those P250s already removed from the play. Now it's Dexter's turn as the other three from Spirit are now turning their attention towards ramp, and that's where Tessus lies in wait.
Tessus is safe. Bit of a team flash. Siren unwilling. Woo! Magix rounds the corner with a bit of a potent goosh to the dome. Tessus 10 HP, but they're unwilling to commit.
And they know that Cadian was already lower, so if they try and turn their attention towards the top side right now, they could isolate Shush over towards A. He does have the help from the heavens of Tessus, but he's low on HP, and actually back and forth we go. 30 seconds in radio over towards ramp.
Bomb on Chopper. Tessus is just going to have no answers. Ramp is a dead zone. Information at a premium for Heroic. It might have to be Cadian.
There's no quick rotations to help Cadian here. This is on him.
And first he chooses to engage. Chopper lives on. Loses the bomb. 10 seconds. They really need to find this leader.
Oh.
And he's clicked them all. 3 fall, and so will the round. There's no time and no heads left. Cadian, that will invigorate him. Already feeling himself. And 4 clicks of the USP. He will ace.
What a massive round that was. I said it was all on him. The closest rotation point would have been trying to make it down the vent quite swiftly here. One player over towards CT spawn, one up in the heavens right there, and they're all barreling in his direction. That's how it kicked on off here. And choosing his targets, allowing them to both come on through the door. That is beautiful on the reload here. Isolating the final. Time's already on his side. And Cadian, a massive round for the in-game leader to kick things off with here.
I'm here, and I am ready to go. He makes quite the statement in the opening round of play. Heroic joining us in the Legends stage and already looking rather legendary. Charging on down, the vent Patsy does slip through, but lots of SMGs farming up frags and a bit of a scuff jump. Cadian happy to get his 6th all the same, and Heroic with a clean conversion.
Surprising to see him shaky after how the pistol round went, but maybe that adrenaline. Yeah, still pumping through the veins here. Now, Spirit, when they did take down Furia, they also started on the T side, but they picked up the pistol with the conversion, and then only 3 other rounds in the entirety of that first half. 2 were gun rounds, where they found opening picks onto Art, and the 3rd was actually with Tech 9. So for Spirit, it's going to be difficult to see how they're going to get into this unless they can find a couple of those opening picks. Limp smoke towards Yard. That'll garner the cross towards Red. A little bit of pace behind this as they drop their own molly. They're just going to pick behind this, dropping down 2 players. This is clear intent from Heroic.
Yeah, Heroic actually throwing something quite different into the early weapon round, and the AK swing in to Stown. Just the FAMAS up against AKs, and good for it. Great flash, hard clear. Magix just about gets it across the line, but Tessus will maintain the advantage.
But look at all the space that Heroic had given up. We talk about how proactive they are. Two towards lower. Dexter had a good idea of where this one was coming from, and now Heroic, with all that space they've given up, have to go back and claim it back.
Yeah. Far from over. Dexter kind of hard committed to this roof, and I believe there's some information on Dexter's position, trying to clear lobby as a unit.
Head spotted.
Yeah, 1 click could at least, certainly could actually find the headshot. Now he's been softened up. A great nade from Cadian, but doesn't need to do too much more. And just contact into Shush's top side, and damage again inflicted. The flame should send him back. Siren is out. on that T-Vent. Shush has 1 HP. Both of them hanging on by a thread. Tessus and Shush 14 combined, and is still another frag. Tessus has got 2 with that low HP. His first 2
Save.
of this nuke, and that's enough to send Spirit into a bit of a save.
Oh, wait, are they still looking for this? The bomb is outside lobby here. Chopper's actually walked on in. He's on his lonesome right here, the in-game leader.
Just trying to be a hero. Getting a feel for things, but yeah, looks like he's had enough.
Yeah, I think maybe Dex's positioning is actually reeled on in for him. No point giving both of these over right here. I know it puts them into a tailspin, and okay, making some noise, picking up some guns, trying to upgrade these MP9s, and Chopper looking for a kill on the way out the door. Would love to get himself onto the board here early. Patsy, Chopper, and Siren in the first 3 rounds of play. Yet to find a kill, but Handle taking care of business right there. And everybody talks about this identity that Heroic have and the proactive style on the CT side. You see it in the first gun round. They knew that there was going to be a faster yard play with that setup. 1 across to the right-hand side of Warehouse, 2 immediately down towards the lower side of the map to go to Secret in case they leaked. And they dealt with that one with style. Get the upgrades coming on through. 2 AKs picked on up. No AWP required here. And it's just the 2 AKs that Spirit saved really to worry about right here in the next round of play.
All right, defensive procedures deployed. Shush trying another bit of a change up. You can see the bait and switch. Tessus taking an open line. Shush right up close and personal. And that's against Tech 9, so you could say it's a bit of a risky choice. Quick deagle to the head on a jiggle. Could be the start of the end. Heroic, though. They've handled business so far. Spirit throwing some util topside. That won't force too much of a reaction. Flames on the floor as Tessus has some knocks on his door. Does manage to spray and takes them down. And third is too much to ask of him. It's Dexter that will relieve the pressure. Magix in the meantime does deal with that as we discussed. Shush up hut. Now down. Rifle did get picked up. So now a very equal affair here, Chad. We've got a full 60 seconds. Ramp is lost, and we have seen Cadian before in that low site. He's got help, though.
And they're going to push, right? This is exactly at the buddy system right here. They can claw back information. They can trade off if Cadian goes first. He's got Stound, his right-hand man by his side, as they try and work their way up to comb for Ramp. But look at this from Refresh, also up and over. His timing could be perfect.
No info. Refresh will be on high alert. There could be someone beneath him. Will be. Oh, on the ladder. Does take them down. It's down. And from behind, they can strike this. That 2-man retake has worked wonderfully and leaves Spirit scratching their head. Magix was supposed to be the last to arrive, and now he's just the last standing. Oh, and from behind again. Oh, Heroic. They're going to be causing some problems. 4-team Spirit, 7-0 for Cadian.
This is difficult to keep tabs on right now because you would expect normal lobby pushes. Now, that's actually where Shush went down early. You mentioned that, right? But they've actually gone instead through lower, pushing back up Ramp, Refresh, avoiding any of the positions that he was susceptible to by going up and over and around. Nobody was in the top side, right? Where are you expecting the players to be? They weren't even holding the bomb sites, right? I know that they were pushing through lower, but they completely foregone control of A. Now back into the buy. Chopper is light on with just a deagle here, but everybody else is the AK-47s. No AWP for Dexter yet.
Very quick smoke wall, and Stound in a position to perhaps go around. Wants to slow them down as the incendiary does hit, but it's not quite on the money. They will have safe passage. Patsy across. So step 1 of a T-side nuke round complete. Park Patsy, or not. Flash him through instead. Cadian coming to try and provide some aid. More smokes, this time deployed towards main and lockers. So that's the full haul. All 5 deployed. They have to find something off this, Chad.
Patsy would have heard that little tickle right there, so must know that a player is close.
Oh my, damn, that's quick from Stound. Ready for Patsy.
Fog on Ramp again. Look at the control that Heroic are willing to give up, right? They're happy to take and be strong elsewhere on the map, allow you to waste your utility. They just used a bunch right there to try and posture for control of Ramp. They will get out. They have taken the space. Cadian dealing with hell. But towards lower is Tessus, just lying in wait, giving you the clock, giving you the time.
Leave Spirit wondering where that weakness is.
There's 2 of them down here already.
Yeah.
This should be dealt with easy as you like.
Magix is quick, though. You do need one of these AKs to just tap that head. You cannot afford to take another casualty here, but it seems destined that on their clears, Tessus will have a freebie. There's one. Siren reacts. More required, a whole lot more. Refresh lies in wait, ready now, and just around the corner is Siren for the plant. Unannounced, though, is Refresh, and Cadian's in the vents. He's just posted up. Chopper's going to be frustrated after that one. And a hard round to close. 2v4, they want ramp info. Flash does nothing. Neither does Dexter and Siren, the poor soul. 30 HP. Closed in on here by some ferocious Danes and not even allowed to find a single frag. Heroic, they do look poised as the start of the CT side.
This is clinical, and so far yet to find an opening kill, right? I talked about openings against Furia in the gun rounds. That was 2 of the keys for them to get into only 2 of their total gun rounds they had, right? So the fact that they haven't been able to find one, they haven't been able to find the pistol or the conversions right here. Spirit are being blanked. They're going to call their first tactical timeout to have a bit of a conversation about this one. The plant's great alongside the loss bonus. It means they can purchase again, but what's the chop and change going to be? Because right now it's very unpredictable of where Heroic are. They're playing, well, as we know, they love to take a little bit of risk in their approach, but to us it looks like a risk. To them it's not. They understand what's open, you know, where they've left weak, where they have to bolster later with numbers, or what type of territory they've given up. The fact that Cadian's watching the vent in that angle as well, right, just more than ready for that type of a play to come on through. And they still didn't even note the position of Refresh. He didn't break the window to try and deny the plant. He just lied in wait and guaranteed himself a kill. So a safety net in that situation. The guns come out. It is a full buy now. At least Chopper can operate with an AK here and not a Deagle in hand.
Distinct lack of just frags. I mean, sometimes it is the simple analysis. We do need to see some more crosshairs successfully onto heads here from Spirit. But yeah, those opening kills have been working wonderfully for Heroic. You can see Stown again tasked with holding this yard cross. Smokes will arrive. Undisrupted, and across is Patsy. Now, we've seen that before, but the whole squad this time using them for an unannounced descent. This is the first time it doesn't look like Heroic are actually going to be in the right place. And some pep in their step as they clear the low site. Magic's to try and keep feet planted. He had the task of holding this vent rotate, but it is smoked.
Lots of sound cues towards lower now. Steps, utility, and Tessus has rotated down in time. The AWP of Cadian is not too far behind here either. They could set up for a very potent crossfire. If Tessus feel pressured, could call the AWP down and they can set this up.
Strong setup in React. It all hinges on this as the fade comes through, and okay, Magix will at least find one. Tessus down, and now Cadian's got a lot on his plate. 2 from the top side fall to the Magix AK, and Heroic are forced to go and swallow their pride. Spirit with the first.
Oh, you spoke about it, right? The first time they didn't read the play. They weren't ahead of where Spirit were going here with numbers. Tessus isolated. The lurk kill out Squeaky Door was magnificent as well. And it has to be the save right here. So Spirit opening kill, convert the round. This is what we're talking about. And able to do so completely unaccounted for. And Heroic just go with the same, right? When I say the same, more of this influx type of aggression across the map here.
Yeah, I mean, their setups, as we've seen, you know, they're happy to give you ramp and play these passive early defensive holds on that low side with the 2-man setup from Tessus and Refresh prior. But this time, you know, Tessus does see it so damn quiet on ramp, descends, he's there in time. Cadian able to provide support and some great clicks out of Magix. That round doesn't feel as easy if he's not able to stop that rotate towards the vents. But at first, let's see if they can string together something consecutive.
Yeah, might need 1 or 2 more of those depending on the saves right here to bankrupt Heroic and get themselves in a position where they can apply pressure financially. Aggressive incendiary towards Yard Flash as well. Stown looking for space. He wants to fight this time.
Yeah, off the flash, he knows he's bought some space. Ooh, and he knows he's got company. He can hear them. Nades, steps, flash. It's great. Oh, that's perfect from Chopper. Stown doesn't even get to play the game. A well-placed flashbang gives Spirit another opening kill. Will this continue to follow trend?
They're relinquishing Yard here, dropping back quite heftily. Cadian has a chance and delivers. Patsy down 4 on 4. And the potency of this round seems to be falling apart because previously Spirit, they were able to get a lot of room. This time they're held at bay towards lobby, and Heroic haven't over-rotated just yet. They still have 2 players towards top. Tessus pushing ramp, and Cadian, he's even backpedaled on his Yard position now.
Oh, they're so proactive. You can see they're just desperate to pinch, and it looks like they are going to. 2 in hut, 1. Make it even 2 with Cadian behind. They are ready to snipe you in this lobby. What will the Q be? Tessus is going to lead the pack. Magic just looked away, and already it's up to Siren to find the rebuttal, but Cadian will bring the orb through. What a switch up from Heroic. Leaves Spirit with nothing. Nothing and no one. It's just Dexter sprinting to spawn. Survival, the name of the game. And he's got 30 seconds to sit here and wait.
They don't even need to hunt him here, right? It's not necessary. Allow the CT economy to start to swell. Keep 4 alive. Keep those AK-47s up, or at least a singular of Tessus here. Let him keep it. Oh, actually, maybe they're thinking better of this. Starting to make their way downtown, clearing off very diligently.
It's the mental victory. Not for you, but just to know that you really have left Dexter feeling like a bit of a plum. It is going to be hard to hunt, and I don't know how far they really want to push it. My God, they are.
After time, it'd be great.
Yeah, and 0. Rounding the corner might be Tessus, and at least Dexter has defended his honor for the first 2. 3,700. We will be locked down on it, and Heroic immediately jostle back for control.
Yeah, it doesn't do as much damage here as I thought, because Dexter already had a buffer, a cash right there, and he can get dropped across an AWP. So not the end of the world, all things considered. It was great to actually get those 2 kills. This is the one back from Kaden here. This is the one that gets the bomb loose over towards Lobby. But this is Heroic not being pressured elsewhere on the map, right? And they've taken the game into their own hands by dictating with that type of a play. This time round, Squeaky blown off. Magic's posted up to take a fight right there. Down, not towards Yard to kick off the piece. He's going to make his way down towards the lower site and up through Secret. A slow approach again here from Spirit.
You know, you can watch it through the lens of Spirit. You can just see how suffocating this CT side from Heroic are. There's always something new being thrown at you. This might be another opening. Down, how well drilled are you? An AWP posted on Secret. It's certainly a possibility. Will he stay out of the line of fire? Smoke's in the sky. This might be where Stown is tempted to peek or simply just drop utility of his own. Patty is the first victim. Perfectly played by Stown. And another opening kill for Heroic. We're looking at a 7th here. Unless they can pull up their socks, you can see conversation and rejuggling of utility to try and find the finish. Top site would be great. You can see one ascending to perhaps line up some util and walking with the squeaky door blown off. There's 3 of them here and not too much to receive them. A couple of flashes might go well. Shush is on that top site with support from Tessus. That's the duel. And again, Tessus good for it. Magic's only the one, and a flurry of blue on brown puts Heroic up around. Another one for the Danes. Looking very, very, very intimidating here. 11-0 for Kaden. He's loving that. Not only did he ace the pistol, but he's been slowly accruing impactful AWP frags. We saw his part he played in their lobby aggression. And now 2 timeouts deep. Just 8 rounds in. And an update from that B stream, Chad. Looks like Vitality Outsiders competitive. Vitality 6 already.
Yeah, I think they're trying to course correct from that opening game they had against NIP, right? Overpass did not go well for them whatsoever. This time round, they will be going to Mirage. Somewhere that Vitality have been able to buck that losing streak in recent times. But this is seeming way too easy for Heroic right now. 7-1, not really sweat on the brow just now, and starting to work on a bit of a bank balance as far as the cash is concerned. It is going to be Spirit just into some upgraded pistols here. Lost bonuses on their side to get the buy into the next, so that's all good in the hood, but the biggest issue is the amount of kills. Patsy 1, Chopper 1, Siren 1. Not finding much whatsoever here, and into top fast we go.
Okay, throw a caution to the wind with a bit of speed, and already Refresh will deal with it. Nade looks well destined for damage.
Oh,
Chopper gets around the corner with a bit of a flubbed nade. And Patsy did manage to slink down loudly. And likely noted by the CTs, but down nonetheless.
Well, having him down vent is great here, but the fact that this is just such a little light investment, they don't have any utility. Stown's about to call lobby clear. The best play they could make is trying to get across yard, and the biggest problem is the AWP. Perfect weapon to deal with this. Cadian gets the first onto Dexter here, just 3 more to find, and well, they're scaling quite quickly. He might get caught off guard here, Cadian, if he's not careful.
Oh, he's having no issues whatsoever. From behind, Stown does take down the Magics. Nice inspect animation, but Patsy has not much more to celebrate.
And they know where he is. Right? They're already trained. As you can see, the 3 lines right there glued immediately towards Secret. That's a Tech 9 kill at range, so not a bad shot from Patsy to get his 2nd so far within this first half. But that's the highlight of the round right there for Spirit. 8-1. This is great from Heroic here. Cadian now up to 14 kills. He's doing his best Zywoo impression. Let's see how far he can push the issue.
I mean, we were expecting to see a good CT haul, but to already have 8 in the bag, everything else is just cream on top.
Well, this is the thing. This is more reminiscent of what I had when I was watching Spirit play in the RMRs against Sinners. Zedko was just destroying them towards Yard. He was just absolutely dismantling here. But here's a change. Looking rifles to pesky push on the top side.
Okay, yeah, ahead of the smokes, and woof! But heads refresh in the public square. It's Patsy with the double. Caught out through the smoke, not down. Look how much damage Down has dealt. Costs him 60. Bomb to be planted. Heaven for the retake. One vent, one main. This is a 3-on-3. Heroic talking it through. Util draws attention, but there is a one-way for Tessus to peek over. Gifted more Util. That will force... Nope, nothing. Absolutely nothing. High flash, though. This is the last of it. Catches it. Mismanaged here a little by the Danes. Bomb very low on time. And losing Tessus, that might signify the end of their hopes here. Heroic on the way down the ladder, saving that AWP and saving that crispy 14 KD. But Spirit, there you go. There is a change. They do buck the trend, and it is top site with AKs.
And that's the X factor of Patsy, right? We've seen him have some great performances here. You go back to the G2 game and Dust 2 during the Challenger stage. He was doing fantastic work on the CT side on that secondary AWP. We're here just busting in with a pace change. When they've been taking the pace out of it, going slow, doing the smoke walls on the crawl, we've seen them have one round of success, but that's it. The rest of the time, they've been absolutely booked by Heroic and these re-aggressors. This time round, they take the fight to them. They don't allow them to have any of those re-aggressions and proactive plays across the map, and they actually force a timeout here. Whether or not it's just for a sip of that Red Bull, I guess we'll find on out. Plenty of cash to splash. The purchase can come on through. It's all good for Heroic, but this is where Spirit, if they can put two together, right, connect the dots here, you can start working on a decent haul here on this T half. Do you want to consider more of the same, right? You get away with that once. What's the likelihood that you're going to pull that off again? That's the biggest question mark right now. Can you replicate a maneuver into that top side in the similar vein? Can you rely on Patsy to crack it open with 2 big kills again?
Yeah, I think you'd be asking a lot of him if you could just say, Patsy, go kill. Back-to-back rounds may be a trifle too much. Different in the setup already. It's just Cadian dispatched for Yard, and it means Down will stretch his legs elsewhere, descending down early. Patsy's actually trying Yard himself, so he's going to be having to contend with an AWPer. 2 for the lobby hold is Dexter and Magix. Relatively unscathed from initial sprays.
Yeah, they're just waiting out all this early CT protocol utility here. Now it starts to fade. This is where we get an idea of how Spirit want to go on. Smoke from Magic's released from the hands just there.
Block off Cadian's view. Oh, he's going to try and peek over his own smoke. This
Cheeky
is
little
a nice
here.
one-way if you get it right. Ooh, struggling. Chopper confirmed present. And Chopper is worming his way, but if Tessa's defense here is strong, it may mean nothing. Down has found Patsy, so no more, won't have a rinse and repeat of the previous. Chopper has managed to really thread the needle beautifully here. Down has maybe got an idea and might be able to disrupt if they do come through. This could be spicy. Chopper is a very exciting component of this. They will take lobby, so it's a fast flank from Heroic here. Roles are going to be completely reversed, but Shush has already stopped Chopper. And yeah, oh, disintegrates before our very eyes. You can see how easy this came through. Nothing left for Dexter. He's a dead man too.
Accounted for there in the final throws of the round, but that's perfect from Heroic. As soon as they understood that Chopper was there, Stound's push-up from Secret was amazing because Tessus takes the contact on ramp, calls multiple players pushing that side, and then taking all the liberties in the world. Right, that's the situational awareness of understanding what's on the other side from Heroic there was fantastic. Spirit are left scratching their heads. Now, again, another buy can come back out, Dexter into the AWP. See if he can find an opening for the team. He'd really love, in this type of a moment, to have him blow off Squeaky, take a fight, send him towards Yard, see if he can isolate a heads-up duel against Katie, and just give your AWPer a chance to work here and find you something, because Dexter was great throughout that Challenger stage.
Yeah, well, he's going to have a go.
There it is.
There it is. Bang on the money and bang on Katie and his first death. Round 12.
What's the response this time round? Because you didn't learn a lot from that death. You just know that your Yard position is a little bit weaker. Smokes will land. Currently a little bit of a gap to work with. Maybe not. Not on that down angle.
Yeah. Still gets himself across. Patsy noted. But but they are quite consistently ending towards this ramp side. Test is hearing a lot here, but he wants to stick around. And that's because he's got Stown in tow. Loses him now. Good smoke. It's all onto Tessus and just the one. Maintain that man advantage as they do descend into an open site. Dexter to hold and maintain control. Actually joins them. There is no magics this time. Not holding. He's long
Already
gone.
in the grave. Yeah, exactly that. They should be looking great for this round here, Spirit. They can fortify in this post plan. The bomb's going to go on down. They have that AWP over towards the window room of Dexter here. Out of position right now, Heroic. 3-on-4 situation, looking like they just want to save again. So Heroic aren't getting flustered when they are losing these scenarios. Like, all right, we'll save. We'll go again next round. We already have 9. They can still get themselves a very tidy half here. 12-3, still on the agenda as far as the first half goes. And as they just set on up to deny any of the hunts that might come out of Team Spirit, both teams will be happy with the result of this one.
Undoubtedly.
Spirit is still on track to get that 5 rounds like they did manage to pull on off against Furia in the opening game of the day. A huge upset, right? And I think in that opening round of games, how cool the matchups were, right? Maybe the potency of a Na'Vi versus G2. That's a crazy game. But for example, stylistically speaking, or the fact that we had the EPL final of ENCE versus FaZe is another game, right? You look at all the matches and they're really cool, like across the board. And even the Flames game against Bad News Eagles, you looked at Bad News Eagles, I think they were 3-0 in that column there against Copenhagen Flames in their online jaunts. There was just so many cool little bits and bobs to reflect on.
Yeah. The tail end, the last 2 rounds of that Asian game.
Their CT pistol as well, it really upset me. They threw a bit of a 1v3 against Yabi, kind of just threw caution to the wind and took the fights in true Bad News Eagles form.
Tried to retake it, 10 seconds left on the bomb.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision.
Yeah, that's, I think, the technical term for it. But as you said, perhaps Spirit on track for that same haul that they managed to best Furia with. Probably the biggest surprise from that first round matchups. With the form Furia are in. First look puts them in the 0-1s. Wall of smoke's deployed. Patsy the man on a mission.
Denied now. The smoke wall is going to fade before he can get across, so they're going to need to change their plan because there's a clear indication that he wanted to get at least behind the smoke wall. He could have wanted to go down secret, could have wanted to pivot in towards warehouse, but has just opted to play a little bit more lurky here. 55, well, call it a minute off the clock now, as they have to change their tune. Could be a top pop. They have utility to do that. Smokes, flashes, Molotov as well for the top hut position as they are regathering and retooling. This is where Chopper has to make the call in the mid-round. They haven't gotten away with the original gambit. On the roof. It's all being lined on up now.
Okay. Well, this is going to come down to the wire, folks. We've got 30 seconds of Spirit. Yes, still 5 bodies alive.
It's 3 and 8 to defend.
Tessus, Shush, and Refresh. Postured correctly.
Vent drop.
And they're trying to go down the vent, and it works out well. You can see Tessus so concerned. And now, if he does put his head back into the line of fire, he has been tagged up heavy. Cadian misses one. They are trying to get that bomb down, and the Cadian frag has enabled it. Should see the plant. Time extended. Retake. Is it on? They've got so much cash, and the frag might incite more. Stown puts himself up to 10. Refresh loud as he does put the boots onto the vents. Patsy controlling single here, and this is the fight. This is the duel. Another big one from Patsy. Just ramp to be concerned about now. 2 S's. Stown, Shush, giving it a go, giving it a look in. He's looking threatening, is Stown. And what's this round-the-world maneuver from Dexter? It's all onto Patsy. It's all onto Patsy, and that's all you need. Patsy, the hero of Spirit. 3 in the round, double spray down. 4 secure.
Yeah, beautiful little adjustment there within the mid-round, right? That vent drop trying to manufacture away an entry in towards B. They couldn't get through Patsy going through secret, so we'll just drop on down the vent through the top side here. And Patsy finding a lot of impact in this one. Double spray down there to close it on down and get themselves that 4th of play. Heroic can buy again, but if Heroic lose this one right here, it's just going to be the loss bonus of 2,400 as what they have to add on to their cash tally right now for round number 15. Acadian hyper-aggressive here with the AWP forward, spotted, and has to drop on back. He's been dealt with by Patsy here. The bullets alone is enough to send him packing.
Well, his flight paths are so well drilled. Dexter does get a little bit of a shot across the bow. Cadian already for staying dynamic, staying mobile. He is full blind on the back of the box. May go unchecked. So many options. Still manages to pluck Chopper from the pack. Just shy on the second. Siren at least brings down the first. It's Patsy that's managed to make this a round. After all the smokes fade, he fades the lights out of Stown. Patsy, though, traded. What?
Wow.
What? Still gets another headshot. The 10 HP. Tessa still couldn't finish his meal.
And Refresh is looking for him here as the B bomb site's being given on up. If Refresh goes and pokes forward, he's just going to give a lot of time up because Patsy's playing this one extremely safe. He's not going down secret. Refresh isn't going to even check this direction. You would not be expecting the player to be going over towards heaven while the bomb's being planted on B. Patsy's going to get the ramp kill. He's likely to kill Shush during all of this.
Yeah, Shush's got so much util. Oh, 7 bullets wasn't enough. And so it's time for a stylish finish. The Glock and 10 HP does put Patsy down. Scary now. Shush already closing that gap. It's Refresh to fall, and that might be enough for Shush. Yeah, he's just going to have to prioritize that AWP as, you know, Fun's finally exhausted.
They could do one better than they did against Fury right here. 6 is very, very possible right now for Spirit, considering the finances. As I mentioned, 2,400, the loss bonus about to come through. He's now to be able to buy an M4. Katie can drop one across. Shush should be good. So the buy is going to be still quite tidy, but we'll be lacking a couple of the trimmings. Might be missing an incendiary, might be missing a kit or two. But this is great. Really working through the gun rounds right now out of Spirit, right? They haven't had the pistol, they haven't had the conversion, they haven't done it on eco or low buy rounds. They've done it the hard way here. And sure, it has a very stop-start pace about it, but it's necessary because the way that Heroic were playing early, they were dictating the flow. Once the space is taken from Spirit, they can hit the brakes, they can actually poke and prod elsewhere. And they're the ones who have really changed the dialogue here within this first half, starting to look a lot more threatening now.
And that's not just they, it's him. It's Patsy. This dude has given them many of these 2 rounds, a double entry onto the site. This one onto Stown brings him down to 10 HP, and he still gets Tessus as well. So high impact fragging. He's up to 9. In the absence of the, you know, the usual suspects, the Dexters and Magics of the world, you've got Patsy with impact frags, 5 great, 6 better. Last round of our first half in this best of 1. And Chopper seems set on ramp. Smoked off, the combination strong, and the bullets, 2, raining into Chopper's head.
I wonder who had Spirit going 3-0. Because imagine if they won this game right here, they'd be sitting in the 2-0 column, they get to play in a best of 3. They're an unknown quantity here, but Patsy, he's been well and truly noted towards yard, round after round. Flash forward fight taken. Cadian will dispatch of him, and now it is just 3 more to find here. Heroic would love this 10th. They've been put under the pump.
Yeah, as soon as they get that advantage, this is where Heroic really do know how to back themselves. Constantly reshaping, making sure Spirit's ideas as to where they are focused, changing. Dexter has been tasked with trying to find a way back. The jiggle, a hard shot. Shush, just the fingertips. Draws the shot out of Dexter. Siren is going to be bringing that bomb, so commitment imminent. 50 seconds, don't have to rush this. Magic's using that smoke as best he can. 8 bullets. Magic's going to peek in, and it's just on the last from Stown. And this one falls apart for Spirit. Nothing to report. Heroic dealing more damage. 10 already in the bank. As Heroic look to extend their lead.
Yeah, beautiful stuff right there. That was a great round then to finish off the half, right? You wouldn't want to go with 4 on the trot against you. But really good impact from Patsy here. Not necessarily the most kills required. You have Patsy the high end at 9. Nobody making double digits in the first half, and they were still able to pick up 5 rounds here. 5 for Dexter, 5 for Magix, and 4 apiece for Chopper and Siren. But the CT half was where they really started to put pain on Furia. Now, one of the things I want to talk about here is the way that Furia approaches Nuke. They're a bit more unorthodox. They like to do a lot more plays through lobby than what is traditional with the modern meta of Nuke. You see a lot more teams obviously doing the smoke towards yard, the different variations of the walls. Furia, they've been bringing them in, right? But that's more because their play at this point, they have to adapt it a little bit. The positives for Spirit in that game was Patsy, was Siren. Siren holds over towards the A-bomb site, and Patsy's the X-Factor floating around. Well, here we go. It's a ramp rush out of Heroic here.
This is a really important one. Oh, Magix, damn, tracks Shush, even though he is doing the bunny bounce. Quickly elopes back into the site, and he has got Chopper to count on as well, but he's got instant info that this isn't the commit, so hesitance from the CTs to over-rotate. Now it's actually Siren hearing an
Here it is.
awful lot beneath him. Heroic trying to keep the CTs guessing, trying to isolate a duel. It's actually Dexter who's got a lot on his plate. Might want to call for aid. He does have Patsy as well in tow. Tessa's long range on that Glock, not the weapon or the ammo for the job. And so we will see traded pistols. Heroic take the first, and in a best of one, much more competitive unless Cadian's got something crazy in the bank. Not going to happen. So that means everything for Spirit. They will get to close this gap rather quickly and convincingly.
Yeah, getting loud about it as well here. We saw both teams trying to get fired up. Patsy gives us some eyebrows there. He's loving it. Knows that he's having some impact throughout this one right here. And this is about now locking it down. A great opening shot here from Magix, and it really changed the way that Heroic were able to facilitate themselves forward in this pistol round here. And it was a shooting gallery, right? They thought, okay, let's go over towards Yard. Let's try and take some different territory. Well, there was so many bodies out there for Spirit. And with the USPs, that's the type of fight you want to take. But it's a force fight in. Heroic, Squeaky blown off. Dropping a smoke right here. Smoke wall up towards Yard as well. So Squeaky's a question right now, and the cross towards Secret as well, but looking like they want to fix it onto top side. That's a huge dink right there, but Dexter course corrects.
Saves himself, saves everything. And now trying to run down Siren is Refresh, immediately relinquished of his life. And Tessus keeps us interested. And M4, Magic's got to be careful, shuts him down before damage does spiral. Deagle on down, he's one to be feared. He is one to be feared, knocks the first. Magix keeps us safe and sound. Spirit with sweat on the brow though. 3 casualties in that force buy from Heroic. Fortunately, they'll have a round to catch their breath now.
Yeah, that's a positive, right? You're able to convert there against that force buy. You deny the plant. Now you can calm it down a bit, take a bit of a breath. You know that Heroic will be...
Oh,
hold up a second.
Do you?
Yeah, you were thinking that Heroic should be finding themselves into a full eco round here to bring out the AKs, but this is a force again. Wow, okay. Choosing to push the issue right here, Heroic. Is it more of the same, or do you want to operate with something a little bit of a different look here? Tech-9s, Deagles, Mac-10, it has to be fast.
This goes one or two ways, Chad. Spraying now, trying to get them down the vent. You can see what they're trying to do, and here's one, takes one down, out of the equation. Where is the bomb? It's at the back of lobby. So this is just a fake. Refresh trying to act like there's a fast one. Force, silly rotates. And Patsy willing, braves the vents up against a Mac-10. That might have changed the whole pace of this round.
There's 3 players here.
But the bomb, completely detached. He's forced to rotate, certainly will now, and the top side's wide open. Siren at least hasn't fully bit the bait. There's another there with the bomb, confirms it. What a shot out of Tessus. They won't contest. He plants open to main. They're split up, but they're in their heads.
Perfectly timed that smoke.
Spots him. Knows Tessus is left side up. Patsy has to chase him down, run him down. 38 points of health. You know, surely you know Vent is a possibility. He's already holding it. 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 2 seconds. Looking for recovery. Patsy does save the day, and the force buy falls. Heroic, cocky with that one, but so close.
They might go again here. They get the plant. They get themselves back over 4K mark on most of the members right here. Another one that feels like it's going to slip through the fingers, right? And they're trying to get this done being extremely forceful right now, Heroic. The fact that they've done back-to-back force buys like that, it is a bit of a cocky nature, right? Their smoke didn't land perfectly. They do get spotted on the way on down. It is crazy for 2 players on a rifle round to be chasing pistols and Mac-10s down the vent, but they're still able to pull this one off. I thought perfect timing on that smoke, but Dexter must have just caught a glimpse of Tessus. Here we go again, into the buys.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just relentless, isn't it, from Heroic?
Different pace to that first half.
Yeah. There's a very clear contrast between these two sides and their approach on the attack.
2-round game at this point. Spirit are back in it, in a big way. Felt bleak for a while there. A couple of them were left at 0 kills for round after round, but now Spirit are here to play.
Cadian really likes his long-range Tech-9, doesn't he? And Chopper has been spotted. An exchange of information, both aware.
Flash to get him out, or maybe to take a fight.
Oh, 2 outside yard they call, 1 silo.
It's not a good fight for Cadian by any means.
And the smoke will kind of limit Tessus' options. Magix is going forward on this, and he is alone. If he goes down, ramp lost. Thinks better of it.
Yeah, not going to play on the fade either of them actually dropping on back, and Chopper is even given the gift to do the same. So working out quite nicely for both sides of this.
They like keeping this up nimble. Heroic have no reason to commit. They might have to now because Cadian has gone down. Dexter actually reacts negatively. Whoa! Terrible timing. Gets around the corner in time. So low. Cannot repeat. Cannot afford to. And they've got a 2-man advantage, Chad. It still feels like this is a bit slippery. Could end badly.
30 seconds. Time's such a problem right now for Heroic here, Alex.
Yeah, and Magix can confirm that they're not coming down. Patsy deals with the late lobby.
That's it.
Save?
That has to be it. What are you meant to do right now? No plant. This time they're not going to be able to buy into the next right now. It's about holding on to these, and Chopper wants to get aggressive, pushing in with the MP9. Goes down, but that's going to be about it. Going to back on off, dropping a Molotov of their own to give themselves an escape path here. They'll get to hold on to 2 AKs, but this really hurts now for Heroic. Spirit are up to 9. It's a one-round game. Siren might even be able to get himself an upgrade here if he gets a little bit of a move on. But that's a great round to be able to course correct here. And you know that there's an AWP out in play right now. Outsiders taking the lead back here over Vitality. That is on Mirage. On the CT side right now is Outsiders.
Don't worry though, Chad. There's another 13 rounds to be had on that stream. So if you have missed the initial 17, go tune in. You'll probably catch the exciting conclusion of Outsiders versus Vitality. There is no bad matchups for the next week. So clear your calendar. Counter-Strike is on the agenda every single day, and this one getting very exciting.
Yeah, you know there's problems when you're taking your third timeout right here, right now. That's Exist's chance to get on the mic here and give them some options, or maybe just discuss through what will be yet another buy. So some AKs out again. Shush finding himself with a MAC-10 in hand.
They've only got, wow, yeah, that is it. They've got 3 flashbangs for this T-side round.
It might be fast again, right? They have 1 HE from Stown. We're pretty sure where that one's heading. Going to blow open that squeaky door to try and facilitate a little bit of space right here.
So very light on util. Let's see if Heroic can make the bare bones work. Nade off. Spray through. Patsy going walkabouts to confirm nobody home. What a dream that is to have a player with balls like that. Immediately calls their bluff.
Timing on ramp again from Dexter.
Oh, and just looked away and loses his life. Orp down, and so is Heroic. Straight to the low site. Vents for the react. It's Patsy. Door open, and does spot the bomb carrier. Can't finish his job. 3 bodies to react, and they're slipping out of their fingers now. Chopper, SMG, spray down, and the greed out of Shush does lead to at least 1 back. Magic's trying to finish off Cadian. He was so hungry for the AWP. He's lost majority of his health, tries to bait the shot. Cadian will not let this go. He does kind of hinge on this frag, baits the shot, Finn runs him down. It may be still more to be said about this. Bomb half on it. Tessus towards double. Crossfire from the Astralis position, refresh very low. It does hinge on Tessus here. Away from the nade, and it seems that, yeah, too much time, or not enough rather. And so Heroic do recover. Must win for them. Trying to make sure they don't leave with everything. And this is nice from Chopper. This is nice from Chopper. Yeah. And both do fall. An AK for him to scoop up, but that's going to be punishing. We talked about the light on the util. Heroic managed to manifest around with a couple of flashes and a little bit of fakery. But again, this timing on ramp leaves Dexter wanting.
Yeah, and all of these gun rounds right now for Heroic are going to be a little bit skimp. Again, they're going to have a couple of AKs. Again, they probably have some Tech 9s or MAC-10s to try and suffice. Maybe Galils if they want to get the rifles out instead. And another timeout. Actually, the last timeout Heroic called here. So this is actually a bit of a back and forth affair. Some big punches being thrown from both sides, and Chopper taking out those final 2. It plays a lot into the next round. The AWP was scavenged across here, so Dexter can get that back in his hands, but some of the big issues from Dexter has been the timings that he's opted to rotate away from ramp. He's been caught pants around the ankle in 2 occasions over towards the ramp position here. I don't know if it's going to happen to him a 3rd time. He might want to stand his ground. But putting themselves back up to just a 2-round lead here, Heroic, this would be a huge scalp for Spirit to take. After beating Furia, now going up against Heroic. If they were to pick this one up as well and set themselves up in that 2-0 column, that would be a massive way to kick off the Legend stage.
How many Spirit 3-0s in the pick'ems? I would
argue
it's
just crazy,
it's probably
right?
low.
I think, you know, for this team to continue to impress, and not just through Dexter. Dexter only has 6 kills.
I mean, 2 major debutants in your ranks. You're not supposed to be trifling with the likes of Furia and Heroic so competitively, so consistently. Big gap. Covered. Dexter's AWP noted. Chopper might start to unload his mag. When his 6th sense tingles, nothing, no engagements, no sound cues, they have no numbers. Oh, just here's one. Tail end of the entire descent. Patsy doesn't have any util. Did he drop a smoke already? Yeah, he did. Okay, you can see it's just fading now, so As Heroic round this corner, there's nothing to stand in their way but Patsy's M4.
Well, this kid's been the best player so far for Spirit. 15 kills to his name. He's going to have to do it all on his lonesome here.
Quick react perhaps from Chopper. He can get down that vent. But no one is close. No one. Heroic being procedural. This is the fight. Patsy, Team Spirit's best player, and the crosshair bang on the money. Takes 2. Oh, and the third. They're all falling. Only Cadian, but already damage dealt. Plans foiled. Stan, that's supposed to be the late addition. Chopper maybe not ready for this.
Oh, the timing. He didn't see him.
Neither,
Chopper has a real chance here.
Cadian trying to get that bomb down on his own.
What's he meant to do? 20 seconds here. Vent to top with sound coming
that's
ladder
not bad.
could be the play. They just have to unravel Siren here.
Oh man, it's all onto Siren.
Stan's
And Chopper's actually taking him. So now, yeah, enough. Plans are again cancelled. First it was Patsy. Now a single frag does completely ruin their alternatives.
Does he want the plant? He's going to have to push on out now. Oh, it's not going to call for it here. Door's going to get closed. That's going to signify the position of Cadian right here, and they will let him hold on to this AK. Warp shot through the door, but they're in a lot of trouble here, Heroic. Money's not great. They're struggling to find any traction. This X factor of Patsy continues to be a pain in the ass. If you can't trade him 1-for-1 in this situation, right, what are you meant to do right here? Just denying all 3 kills. Tessa, Shush, and Refresh all hit the floor. This is huge.
His crosshair was perfectly placed for that crouch peek out of Tessus. It's like he knew. It's like he knew.
What a coming out party for Patsy here.
Yeah. I mean, you do it on the Major, you do it against Heroic, you do it against Furia. Maybe it's going to be a quick one, as look how quick Cadian does open up the account. Charging top site, Siren, sweat off the brow, needs more damage. Patsy, we call upon him again to save Spirit, and he does. The multi-kill master strikes again. No plan, no hope. 11-11, and I know what Spirit wished for. They wanted to take Nuke back-to-back in the Legend stage. Don't forget, they started challenges with just Dust 2s.
Yeah, 3 Dust 2s. They were able to play that map consistently, right? And it was looking good for them. It was a map that we were like, okay, yeah, sure, that they can have that hyper aggression. They can push in through lower tunnels. Dexter with the AWP can be a real force.
But Nuke is a different kettle of fish, especially against opponents like this.
And it just has to be really spoken about Patsy's influence right now. 20 kills for him. Change up.
Oh, Refresh is so ready for this. It's actually tough when you've got pressure everywhere. Patsy does manage to once again leave with the advantage. And it has to be Yard. You can see Lobby completely lost. Magix has deep smoked them. They have control of it. It's just trying to be funny with it.
Do they know he's gotten past it? Because they're giving Shush an opportunity to work with here. It looked like Patsy was considering it. And if they know that Shush is around towards heaven here, then they don't need to play in a position where they're susceptible. Shush can only park the bus for so long. He will need to look for something eventually here. And it looks like with the positioning of Magic, they have a good idea that Shush could be pushed on up
just
in towards the heavens.
What's possible. Oh, he's hidden. Okay, so Magic's none the wiser either.
This all hinges on Shush. He is the one who has to make a play here. There's no map control. Nothing to work with.
Oh, and now will reveal himself. Magix releases the walk. And now the paranoia starts to spread. 40 seconds, plenty of time. Shush, still the only unknown entity. Patsy so paranoid now to main. And okay, another one from Patsy. Confirms Lobby. Screams Lobby. He gets one. Siren shut down eventually, but Cadian's just been handed such a damp squib. What are you supposed to do with this? Down the vents and plant. That's the dream scenario. Dexter's going to be there to at least be ready for the potential. Walks out top side and Patsy goes around the world.
So active here.
Perfect.
So active.
He's going to have to, if he plants safe.
He might be able to get it down. That's great. Denied.
And they'll take the lead, dude. 23 and counting. Another triple out of Patsy. How many multi-kills has this kid got? I'm going to check.
This is wild right now. Like, Heroic are the ones struggling to find answers here, and that's the first time we've seen Spirit really throw a full-on team aggressive maneuver. 2 aggro ramp, they lose the opening kill. Refresh grabs that one. 2 come through hut. They're able to wombo combo the push together. Deny Lobby for almost the entirety of the round. Shush gets the space. He even gets a kill. And it's still not enough right here. It's that Patsy kill onto Shush as he flanks around that's the key. 9
multi-kill rounds.
So he's doing it.
He is doing it. Tech 9s again. Familiar territory for Heroic on this T side. Butter knives and sidearms. Quick though.
Guess
Very
who's
quick.
down
Oh,
here?
Patsy just hears them. Okay, caught out, being run down, and he still takes one. His flames will actually be the equalizer. Lots of pressure here. It's Magix that maintains and will repel. Back up. Chopper's back and turned, and yeah, that's a big one back. A weapon delivered. Spirit now looking to fumble. This is where Heroic thrive. They're keeping you guessing, keeping you stressed, flustered. Try and take them. What happened there? Dexter finds himself the collat outside. And just as we start building a picture for where Heroic could equalize, it's all gone.
The bomb's loose. There's 3 alive. They can fortify this now. Cadian, he's been a hero right here. 20 kills to his name. And his trusty P250 in his hand. But look at this position that Magix is holding right here. This is a hard fight to win. Even got given an opportunity there as well, and that right now is going to be a 2-round lead for Spirit here. This is a shutdown on the CT side. 1 T round is all Heroic have to boast right here. Just 1. You could see what they were trying to get away with there as well. Because Dexter spotted them crossing on back, you're not expecting the AWP to progress forward, right? This is it. This is the highlight. The collat right here. You're not expecting this at all. Why is the AWP just taking a little bit of information from the window room? We're doing some bottle flips. That's how much fun Patsy's having right now. Things are going so well over there that he's having bottle flips.
There you go. Got himself a freshie.
There you go. Yeah, stay hydrated.
Very important.
I think that play from Dexter is wild because when you see them crossing on back, you're not expecting them to then come back and try and go through main. You're expecting them to go back to lobby and retool and regather. They had a lot of time right here as a technical timeout has been taken. You can see they're down with the headset off. We'll get this one fixed ASAP and get back into the game. But it is looking like Spirit's going to run this one home.
Very nonchalant over on their side of the stage, just getting that microphone changed out ASAP. Because this is, I mean, we're at the very much the business end of this best of 1. Heroic hot prospects for many to be taking the 3-0. But you can see
so much fun.
I mean, of course you are. You know, like this is what he's watched many a major from his living room whilst grinding out for his own individual prowess. Now, never mind wearing the jersey and qualifying for the major. Never mind getting to the challenger stage, but popping off at the challenger stage, being the man of the match in multiple of your Ws. Now into the legends and taking down Furia and Heroic. Dexter as well. It's very hard not to empathize with him. Well, you heard him on the desk as well. Just actually, fresh off of a victory, fresh off of qualification for the Legend stage, his main takeaways were things he could do better.
Yeah, look, when Dexter joined Spirit, right, that's when we had Mir and SDY in the ranks right there. He was the missing piece, right? They were lacking an AWP who could bring them this type of firepower. And then you're thinking, okay, this team could get hot to trot, but something didn't gel, something didn't work. And the fact that they've gone on down, they brought Patsy in from the academy team. They've got Siren in the mix here as well. And now they're back 3 rounds away from going 2-0 in the Legend stage. Oof, and Outsiders sweep Vitality there, 16-8. Vitality are now 0-2. 1 game away here from being eliminated in the Legend stage. But let's keep with the Spirit story because this would be the upset of the day. The Fury game was great, but Heroic, they were looking hot against Liquid here. The buy is out. Cadian has to be the hero. AWP in hand. Senderi to hold him at bay. He's going to extinguish. He's going to push on. Now, Cadian down the vent with the AWP. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's taking matters into his own hands here. He's trying to hit no scopes on CT's rotating. They do get across, or at least the first. Spray's not going to find anything. It's going to be interesting to see their reactions now. Look at this. Chopper has already pushed lobby.
Sounds in here.
Well, yeah, but he may not have accounted for that. Just as he looked away, checking over towards
Look at this crossfire. Dexter in emo. You've got Magic's up on the raft. You have another rotation. There's 3 players down here. Spirit have booked this one.
Heroic have no idea.
No idea.
No idea what lies in wait. And it might be Magic's to disrupt. First frag's a freebie. Swung wide. He gets them both. Oh, and they're just sent straight back to spawn. It's up to Cadian to try and recover. And with his knife out, Siren is there to greet him. And down, trying to go clutch, not ready for the repeat of Chopper. 14, they are heating up on a heater here. That is 5 consecutive from them, and still Heroic with a measly 1 round to boast from their T campaign.
Yeah, crazy. 9 out of the 10 rounds played. Here we go. The round recap, the perfect way to illustrate this. And you could see we were speaking about a lot in the first half when Spirit were getting into the rounds. Right? We're like, okay, that's fine. We'll just save. We'll hold on to some guns. We'll stay threatening. But it's that patch of 3. And you have to just look at Patsy's impact. Lurking yard, rushing into top side, cracking it open with double kills. That's what's given them this buffer to work with right here. Into the buy again. Heroic, this is looking real flat now. In the danger zone, they need something. They need a hero of their own, and it can't be Cadian.
Can't be Kenny Rogers either, who's already hit Chopper. Finds the first blood, and look how quick the round is over. Oh my god, Heroic absent in this second half. Starting to believe themselves as well. Chopper so damn sweaty. You know he's just desperately trying to visualize what the call may be. What is Heroic going to throw at us next? He's kept his boys ready. And Spirit, they've got 4 opportunities now. 4 opportunities to go 2-0 in the Legends stage.
This is wild. Did not expect this one whatsoever.
Don't count your chickens till they hatch.
Look, we know the Legend stage is stacked, but Spirit wasn't the name that was, on the top of that list by any means. This is a team that surprised in the Challenger stage. This is a team with 2 major debutants here, Siren and Patsy, their first outing at a major.
What a debut from Patsy. Good timing on the smoke, just as Refresh arrives to investigate.
But they haven't been able to build anything here, Heroic. There's no patterns that they can work with. There's nothing consistent that they can go back to, a space that they can take, gaps that they can find, executes that they can use. They have absolutely nothing to work with here. They need an individual maneuver, somebody to crack them open with an entry, a follow-up. Not walking into one of these Spirit members who are just going to mow them on down.
With Refresh already across, there is good grounds to see this yard occupied. Perfect timing. Chopper will get the defenses ready. Confirms multiple bodies heading into the top site. Or are they going around the world? Options available to them. You can see Chopper's trying to get answers as quickly as he can. The smoke will take them away from him. Unbreakable pushed. Glass broken. Chopper, he wants to be everywhere, but hell has been occupied. He hears it. Already 1 from the feed and 3 in quick succession from Heroic. They all strike in unison in different parts of the map. Low side open for business, and that is the change-up. It is just Siren. Bomb planted on the other side of the map, directly beneath him. So Heroic passed their first of 4 tests.
Siren loves this CT event here as well. We've seen him here in multiple occasions as the rounds get mid to late. Let's see if he can find any more frags. He'd love to do a bit more damage here. Might have been caught, maybe not. Tesla's looking here, there, and everywhere. Goes on down to Siren, looking to just do a little bit more damage and put Heroic in a position where in this second half, there has not been a single moment where their economy has been good, right? They had the 2 force buys back-to-back to start it off. Then when they eventually got around on the board, remember Chopper took down 2 of them towards the window side that forced their next buy to just be, rough around the edges is the only way to really put it here.
Yeah, it's complete polar opposite to how the finances were shaping up first half.
And look how stressed they are, right? It's Heroic who are clearly laser focused to get themselves back into this game. It's only 3 more rounds, but the reason it feels hard, it feels like it's an uphill battle, is because the way that they've been able to convert their rounds so far, I don't know how they're going to replicate it.
Tickets are available, by the way, if you're enjoying the Counter-Strike. Imagine watching a game like this with 10,000 other people. You can do so if it's been a long time since we had the opportunity. Do be sure to scan that QR code or head over to PGL's website to join us for the champion stage. Quick now. Flash is good. Sound doesn't really slow down, and he's already out. Top pop. Quick from Chopper, needs another, gets it as well. Oh, and Spirit looking to have done it. Convincing on the break, the first 15 seconds and 4 Danes down. That'll do nicely. Spirit, 2-0. This Dragon, a bit of an underdog, but definitely taking scalps first. Furia, now Heroic. And they're going to have 3 opportunities to secure top 8.
Those are massive names they've taken down here, and the fact that they were able to grind out that first half, get themselves 5 rounds to work with here, and then again, this CT side shutout. Patsy, you have to sing his praises. What an absolute monster, the X factor of this team. All